So, guys, welcome to the Beyond the Arena podcast. This time around, we have two new faces and a familiar face on the podcast. Oh, wait, you guys cannot hear them? Now you can. Yay. And yeah, we have Paffix over here and J0ssu. Feel free to introduce yourself, starting off with Paffix.
Yeah, hi. I'm Paffix. Maybe you know me from the Worlds this year. And yeah, thanks for the invite, Say.
Cool. J0ssu?
Hey, you guys probably seen me stream on Twitch. I'm pretty bad at the game, but I still somehow get G3, so who knows?
Nice. Fair. Raxxaz, anything you would like to add?
Hello, guys. Let's have a nice podcast.
Good. So, for the podcast for today, main topic is going to be the collab. We're also going to be diverting into RTA, all of us are RTA players over here. Maybe a little bit towards balance patch towards the end as well, because balance patch is coming up, I guess, in like 2 weeks-ish. So we'll see about that. So first off, collab. Any first thoughts that anyone wants to shout out right away?
I think it's Paffix's most hyped thing that could have ever been coming up. So the big LORTR fan, right?
Yes, it is. And I did not get disappointed.
Yeah.
I'm really liking it. And yeah, for the units, Water Gandalf is fucking OP.
So have you been summoning some of them already?
I could see that, right? Today or today or yesterday, 100-point climb with Water Gandalf or something.
Ooh.
Yeah, first pick Water Gandalf, super broken. But yeah, I summoned all. I just missed the Gandalfs, but then I saw the Gandalf skill set, and then I put the Ancient Trance already so I can test it for as well.
Yep.
And yeah, he's so good.
So what kind of shield units do you like to pair with him, or just as a solo shield unit?
No, solo shield unit. It's
Okay.
fine. It's fine. Then just I picked I also summoned on the collab release. I summoned Jäger. And I actually like him with him because you have time to stack, you don't get killed and stuff, and then Jäger can actually do something.
Okay, fair. Would have to check those matches later on. J0ssu, how about you? How's the collab been treating you so far?
I haven't played too much RTA, but I did get clapped by the fire. What's the archer's name again? I forget.
Legolas?
That thing can just, Legolas. He can just solo CC a unit. I got no turns on my one unit it was targeting the whole time. It was crazy.
Yeah, I've tested that one a little bit as well. The big issue I have with this unit is that he is either a 2-hit or a 5-hit. So he can absorb 30 attack bar or 75 attack bar. The gap between that on RNG is so crazy big, which is definitely one of those that I'm not too sure about. But locking down one unit, it's definitely very strong, yeah.
If you get a slow debuff on that unit as well, you're just lapping it the whole time.
Oh.
Yeah.
So 30 or 75 because of the 2 to 5 hits on the S1, right?
Yep. Yeah, that's the thing. He's the most RNG out of all of those units because he's like fully purely just that S1 feeling. And I would rather see them, then we're already talking buffs and nerfs a little bit, for him to be like a 3-shot and then maybe a lower chance to get the 4th and 5th. Because right now the value between his first or like the 2 hits and the 5 hits is like a jump of 250%, which is like that's a little bit much in my opinion. But if he RNGs hard enough, he's definitely very strong. Yeah. Raxxaz, any units you have been liking thus far?
So I think overall, this collab is honestly, I was a bit Lord of the Rings, sure, but I'm not wasn't the biggest fan of the movies and all, but now that we have the collab, I would say it's really nice that we have so many units that have potential and could be used. There's a lot of units that is good right away from the get-go, which we usually don't have. Usually there's one that is very good and the rest is lackluster before they get the first buffs, right?
Yep.
But I like that there's lots of potential that they're bringing and potential comms they could be used in. And almost all of the units are usable. Pretty nice. I like that. The events, I think, for this collab are pretty lackluster because they don't even put you in place to play the game somewhat. You just use your Maria and you're done. I feel like that is very poorly done because I think the events should initiate you to play more or play the game, and they don't.
I think it's weird that you can't farm the coins that you get like infinitely.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, this is the first time ever where we have a collab and you cannot farm the coins at all, which is just weird. And there's actually one of those events where it asks you to do RTA things or arena things or any of those kind of things. I looked at it earlier today. That event doesn't even matter because you get 70 per 100 Amaria's Blessing that you do, and you only need 300 points on that event. So if you do your Amaria's Blessing, you don't even have to do RTA or arena or any guild battle or whatever. You're already done with the event, which I don't really get why they're just doing these events, which just like play for 3 minutes, you're done. Like it doesn't make too much sense.
I wonder if they wanted you to do Amaria's Luck plus RTA Wings plus guild content, and they just accidentally made it all in one.
Yeah, could be, could be. Paffix, anything to add on the events?
No, I really don't care about events, man. I'm just so happy about a lot of the ring stuff. I'm just enjoying all the new units, and I really don't care.
Okay, so what would be your favorite LD to pull if you're that much a fan of it?
To be honest, I don't care. I would love any LD5, but if I could choose one, and I think it's the Dark Aragon.
Okay.
I think he could be pretty fun.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah, I did do
I
some...
think also he would be really good for you, right? In your like what you're playing, your playstyle, he's very freaking good for you, I think.
Yeah, I think so too. Yeah.
I actually played a bunch against it yesterday, and I did do some testing with it myself. He's an interesting unit, but he also definitely has a few flaws where he doesn't have that much damage output himself, and he doesn't really control unit outside of the increased cooltime. But outside of that, it's definitely a really nasty unit, yeah. But I don't think it will be one of those, like, it's not as strong as Light Huaring on release, I would say.
No.
Yeah, probably not, but
sure not.
I think, yeah, still pretty nice unit. And also unique, right? Triple reset, AoE, and then pushback on the target. I think it's really nice with the team up on S2 as well.
Yeah. Getting a strong collab unit that doesn't need a nerf right away is nice.
Yep. Yeah, true. How do you guys like the golems?
Shit. All shit.
Would you, like, especially asking you, Paffix, as a Lord of the Rings fan, would you have rather seen Gimli in there?
No.
Okay.
I don't think so. Maybe I would even change out Frodo for Gollum, and then add the Gimli family for the Gollum family. That's what I would do, but nah. I think it's fine. Okay. There's too many choices, so yeah, it's hard.
Yeah, true. Well, I'm not too familiar with Lord of the Rings. I actually rewatched it before the collab happened. I wanted that horse rider that we're fighting in, like, the first stages, man. That thing looks hella badass. Get rid of, like, the golems. Give me that horse rider thing, like the mouth of Sauron or something. That thing looks really freaking dope.
Yeah, that's also something I was hoping for, right? And I think we talked a little bit about it before, say, as well, right? Like, man, they have such a good option here to take a real badass unit and, like, put at least one, like, unit from the from the evil side in, and not only just the main story characters and all the humanoids. And yeah, I would have loved if they did that, like Mouth of Sauron, what you said, or like the what's the name again? The leading Nazgul guy on the Fell Beast. That would have been huge. Would have been so cool.
Yeah, definitely a lot of options right there. But in general sense, we have seen it with all of the collabs thus far. They mainly want to go for, like, the main characters that get most screen time because they do think people hype those the most. But I think they should make 1 or 2 exceptions for just do something cool, something people would like to see.
Yeah, I agree on that one.
Yeah.
So back to the golems, because I've heard some people say about specific Dark Golem. Dark Golem can actually do an insane amount of damage. I've seen some people just on a, like, more or less bruiser build do like 55k on the death break. Because he actually has pretty high scaling because he has self-attack buff. And he has the stealth, and the stealth gives him 100% extra damage as well. So 100% extra damage on an attack buff, it does actually kind of add up. The only thing that's really weird on this unit is if you give yourself attack buff, you get an additional turn. So you lose 1 stealth turn. But if you use your stealth, you get lower turn on the attack buff. which just like the whole interaction of all of those golems look really weird, but I do think they might have some potential in the future.
Yeah.
Maybe some of the golems will get the speed lead. That would be pretty nice.
That's also an option, yeah.
Oh yeah, true. They have no leader skill, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah, do you guys think for the upcoming balance patch they would right away address the current units?
No.
Interesting question. Also, like, but from how I'm looking at it now, they gave us so many units that are not bad and good from the get-go. They might have done it on purpose with the balance pushing back the balance patch. I don't know. It's just an assumption, but it could be the case this time, maybe, because everything is usable and not bad, like as it usually is.
Yep. Yeah, it's like devil's advocate. I'm definitely not happy about the balance patch being pushed back, but it does give them a little bit room for freedom, especially with, for example, a Phantom nerf, which is definitely the most obvious unit in game right now to say is like, okay, if we want to nerf something, it's probably Phantom. But adding in things such as the Gandalfs, which are countering Phantom's whole kit, more or less, could be something that they're not going to slap the Phantom that much for that. Or would you guys still say Phantom hard nerf?
I think he needs a
Me
touch up.
personally, no, you can. Sorry.
Yeah, I just think he needs a touch up, like lessen the damage a little bit, maybe a little bit less pushback. That would be nice,
Okay.
but not like make it unusable.
Paffix, how about you?
I mean, I was the biggest Ventan hater probably in the game. I hate that unit so much, but I think like from what I've seen today, when I play, for example, the Water Gandalf, he's just getting nerfed by him already so hard. And I think if they just wait for 1-2 weeks, maybe the other Gandalf or something will, destroy him without nerfing his skill set. So yeah,
Yep.
I don't think they should still nerf him.
Ooh, so you would even opt for, you're going from biggest hater to it doesn't need a nerf? That's interesting.
Yeah, exactly. Because they still pick him so much, and then I just bring out the Water Gandalf and have a free game. So don't nerf it. Let them pick them. It's fine.
3 wins right there. Well, I did already see it with a different shield unit. You probably guys can say that as well. We've seen a lot more Wusas coming back. And Wusa's really one of those units that tends to mess up Phantom as well. And especially also people started running 100 res Veromosses just to counter Phantoms because they're not max accuracy. And Phantom went from like 54.5 win rate to about like 51. So you definitely already see people adapting to the meta even without a balance patch. But I think it's also kind of on the point, even when Oliver was not that meta that much anymore, people are like, I just want an Oliver nerf. It's like, he's no longer that great already. It's like, sure, if you nerf him, I don't mind. But people are like, nope, I just want to hate on this one unit. So looking at the... Looking at the... or go ahead, Raxxaz.
I was going to say, like, I think with Oliver, it's just been the thing that he's been dominant for however long. You can kind of like put it in the same boat as like Hagang. Hagang doesn't have that much of a good win rate, but he also gets overpicked every season since, I don't know, 7, 6, 7, 8 seasons or something. Is it something like this? And this was even longer, like, or there's basically the same for Oliver, right?
Yep.
And like people are just tired of it. I think that's the main reason, right?
Yeah, absolutely.
Why they act like that.
Yeah, I think that Hagen goes back all the way to 2021 and Oliver's 2022, if I have to go back by numbers. How many seasons that is ago, I don't know, but that's pretty much half of the lifespan of the game, pretty much.
Well, I think the real Hagen hype was like in early 23, I think, when he got buffed again with the cleanse bar 2. I think that's where it was.
Yep.
Early 23.
Yeah, I was using it slightly earlier than that buff, and after the buff, I started disliking it because everyone was spamming it.
Yeah.
So I would say for the collab, just to recap on that point, I think good collab. It's really great that finally units are actually usable on release, so we have something to work with rather than it's like, we have one good Zenitsu, and then it's like, nothing outside of that. So yeah, for collab, definitely that's great. It's just the events. The events are so mediocre, and they have been doing that since tomorrow patch. Talking about events, guys, what kind of event from the past would you really like to see make a comeback, or a comeback in a slight different value?
I mean, I really like the. So obviously everyone likes the Fever event, right? Where you get all the 150 re-ups for the different sets. Obviously, that's really cool, right? But I was missing when they brought it out the last time. I really was missing my dungeon booster. I really like that part the most, where you could boost like let's say boost the Swift set, and then where you put the booster for 1 day, or like even stack it up, because you're only farming this, boost the Vio rate and farm dragons, what you usually don't do, right? I really was missing this. Because, like, honestly, I love to farm when this stuff is out. It feels like really rewarding to farm at that time. It's really the only time where it feels rewarding, I guess, for me at least.
Yep. J0ssu, how about you?
I also love the dungeon booster. That's what I'm missing, really.
Okay, Paffix, anything to add?
Nah, I'm the wrong guy to ask about events. I really don't care about events.
Okay, well, that's a fair answer as well. I really don't mind that as well. So
got a whale over here.
Yeah, he's just like he just goes all the way through all of his crystals regardless. Well, the only thing is, the thing that a lot of people ask me that's more free to play ish. They say it's like, oh, should I use my crystals right now when there's no good event to use crystals on? And that's kind of the feeling like, okay, how long should you be saving your crystals? Maybe just doing your scout battles and Amara's luck and not use anything outside of that. But then it also becomes a game of just log in, dailies, log out. And I think that counters should be a little bit... they're too much focused on those kind of gameplay right now, where it's just log in, dailies, log out, which I don't think is a good game or a good thing for someone as well. What do you guys think about that one?
I agree.
Yeah, like that's what I said earlier, right? Like it really, like how the events are designed right now, it incentivizes people to literally do what you just said, right? Log in, do my Ameria, maybe do my 10 arena wings, and then start up the scout battle again, because it's not even worth farming anymore, because there's nothing to farm for any event, because it's basically finished after doing your Amerias and your dailies. And yeah, like why should you farm? There's no, yeah, I get it.
Yep.
And I don't think that is the right way to motivate people only to use Ameria and start scout battle and log in 8 hours again. I don't think that's good, right?
Yep.
Like,
yeah, some people in chat are also saying like it's also so much cheaper to do scout battle. I actually should do a video on the math on that at some point. There will be an interesting video of like how much value you get out of your scout battle versus like normal farming. But I think for a lot of people, like barely anyone is, or at least more casual people, they're not farming that much. Would you guys still say that you're still in the bracket of like farming, let's say 12 to 16 hours a day, or not at all?
No.
No, not anymore, honestly.
Okay. Paffix, how about you?
I farm like 3-4 hours a day.
Oh damn! Man, am I the only one that's like still going hard on like 12 to 16 hours of farming a day? Well, it's also with the times 30, it's so much easier. But I definitely do get it with Scout Battle that it's so much cheaper, and it's also so much easier because you just turn off your phone. Interesting one right there.
Also, I think with this, like, also let's be honest here. It's if you do that, like what you say, right? 12, 16 hours a day, which I did for the longest time. It's freaking expensive.
Yeah,
because teams get faster and faster and faster and faster. I don't want to be farming 4-5k crystals a day anymore. Like, it's just too expensive. And yeah, you know how it is, say, or Paffix, J0ssu as well, right? The amount of time crystal spend you need to get actually an upgrade that matters for us, you know, you could not get anything for half a year. And then why are you farming that much every day, you know?
Yeah, that's true. That's true. And then suddenly you get like 4 in a row. That's just how this game works.
Yeah,
Same with
yeah,
LD5s
exactly.
and everything.
Yeah.
That's just how that works. Well, then actually, I think for the collab, we pretty much touched the main points. Units, good. Events, ass. So we can move on to the next topic. RTA in general and going towards also SWL. We do have two people that qualified right away, Paffix and Raxxaz, by being number 1 and number 2 last year in SWC. At least I think that is the reason why you guys are immediately invited. I do say it, but I actually don't know 100% sure, but it would make sense. And then J0ssu.
I guess we don't know either, by the way.
Okay, that's nice. Either out doesn't really matter. J0ssu, you made it to top 15 or like number 14 or 15-ish in Swell, right?
I think so. I think I was 1 point away from being like maybe in, maybe not.
Ah, okay. Rough. Yeah, that can happen. So, not in this year, but you're definitely going to be watching, right?
Of course.
Nice.
It's always better to be a spectator, so you don't have the pressure.
Nice. Well, that's also, especially for the events, like going to events being a spectator sometimes, or in my case, being a caster, it's so much more relaxing than seeing these guys stressed like at Paris, SWCs. It's like, what should I do? How should I do it? But for Raxxaz and Paffix, any kind of plan going into Swell this time? You guys both played Swell before, right?
Yeah. No, I don't think there's a specific plan, to be honest.
Okay, Paffix, anything for you?
Not really. Just like playing games, try to adapt to the meta, understand the meta, and try to be prepared. Nothing special.
Okay, fair. Well, it's going to be on the 18th.
Maybe there's something to add there. Say, like I'm not even sure if I would have tried to qualify for this well if I wasn't invited, because honestly, I really like watching this as well. Like I love watching good gameplay, like, high level gameplay. Being a spectator, I don't hate it at all. Like, so I'm not even sure. I don't know.
Well, it was actually funny. I was doing the semi-casting stream, or at least like viewer party casting kind of thing for the qualifiers. And pretty much everyone that was playing was also in the chat. I'm like, guys, focus on your matches. But I would, like, if you really do like the watching part of it, I would definitely say is just watch the matches when you're not playing yourself. Wait, Rex, is there something up, or maybe you can't hear us anymore?
No, it was just, sorry, I had to take a call real quick.
Okay, no worries at all. So, back to Swell, I think it is going to be pretty interesting because you guys are going to be playing the first tournament on the new balance patch. Because I think we start on the 18th of February. And balance should happen, I think it could be as close as like a week before or even less than a week before. Would you guys go hard on testing new units, or would you just be like, I'll just play whatever I see and then go from there?
I think when the BP is out.
What?
BP
is out. Like normally we see real quick which has a big potential or not, and if it's worth to test or not. But I don't think the BP will change anything. They actually did it pretty badly, like right before the swell, because like for most of the guys it takes a lot of time to re-rune, because nowadays you have like 100 units runed, and if you change 1 or 2 units to make them go ahead of your entire team, you have to change all. Yeah, it's not a good timing.
Okay. Well, I would say I don't think they care about timing of any of the, let's call it smaller tournaments or like outside of SWC tournaments for balance patches or anything. But I would agree with you. They could have done it this week, which would have been better for Swell for sure. Yeah.
I mean, as Paffix said, right, it will be kind of obvious to us if there's like something with a huge potential that will be OP and stuff. But, they delivered with a very good balance patch. I hope this one will be very good again, but we all gave in for the expectations, so I'm not expecting it to be as good as the last one. So let's see what happens, honestly.
Yeah, last balance patch was definitely a way better balance patch. Do we expect similar level of balance patch, better or worse? J0ssu, what do you think?
I don't have high expectations, really.
Fair.
That's about it.
Paffix, what do you think?
I also have no expectations at all. I had them for the last 20 balance patches, and I got always disappointed for my bad LD5s, and so I stopped. If nothing happens, I'm just happy, but yeah, no expectations at all.
Fair. Raxxaz, how about you?
Yeah, I mean, I hope I think we talked about it, right? I think fix some more base speeds for some units that could be very usable and could be actually decent if they didn't have like 95, like Chimeras, for example. I think it would be good for like Teo would be good, Rakan would be good, Shan would be good, Zeratul would be way better again. Like right now, he's shit after he got nerfed. With 95 base speed, you can't invest the runes on a unit like that when he only heals like when he gets actually to attack. So I think Dark Pudding, Elena, 96 base speed, like, you know, give her speed awakening. I think lots of things they could do in terms of making more units usable, make the meta more diverse. I hope they do it, but I don't expect it.
Yep.
Let's put it like this.
Well, it's actually interesting to see most of the time for speed leads in every content of the game. So whether it's Siege or whether it's Arena or Global, they have one in each family. We are currently still missing the 28 lead of Wind, and we're currently missing the 28 lead of Light.
Light.
That
right,
could be one of those units that could get that is the Wind Jin, which is a pretty odd unit. But if he gets it, do you think that he would be anything interesting?
I have to look at him actually. Wind Jin.
Yeah, it's a pretty odd unit. It's the one with the Oblivion 5 multi-hitter, single target, weird thing.
Doesn't he have
Attacks the enemy 5 times
multipliers?
each hit, grants Oblivion for 2 turns, and decreases its attack power for 2 turns. Deals additional damage and proportional difference between your attack power and the target. And then he has the pushback slow, right? As the
Yep. Would you see him viable if he gets the 28
Would that be good
lead?
enough?
Yeah, that's like, I'm not sure.
Enough?
I feel like even if you were to get the 28 lead, I'm one of those like, I'm not too sure if it would be that good, right?
Probably not, I think. I mean, honestly, you said Wind Jin, and I didn't even know what it does. I needed to read it because I didn't know what it does because it's so meaningless right now.
Yep. Well, yeah, that's pretty common. Well, it's also true. Wind Legolas could also get the speed lead. If Wind Legolas gets it, he is crazy good for arena offense.
Well, I think he would be also crazy good for RTA itself if he gets the lead.
True. I think he would be very solid in that as well, actually, yeah.
It would be like the Neftis Maxi kind of level in RTA, to be honest, in like Wind.
Yeah. Yeah, maybe even better because, yeah, no, that's actually, it would maybe even be better simply because of him also landing stunts and pushbacks.
Yeah.
Yeah. Would be like Amir. I think it would be definitely honestly, a one-up of Amir.
Would be cool.
Yeah.
I think it would be cool to have some option like this for people that don't have the NV5 that does it, you know? I think it would be actually nice.
But then if we're talking about Light's speed leads for Arena, we cannot give to the Light Jin because Light Jin is well, they could do, but then it's kind of lame because it's a 4-star. But how about Light Legolas? Have you guys tested out the Light Legolas yet?
No.
Isn't Light Legolas is 5-star, no?
Yeah, he's a 5-star, so he could actually get the 28 lead for speed lead as well.
No, I didn't. I didn't even. I think Apti played a couple wings with it. But that's the only time I saw him so far.
Okay.
Yeah, I haven't seen him much.
Yeah. Funny enough, I feel like he's not an RTA unit. I feel like he's a siege unit.
Yeah, could be. It's a stacking one, right? Yeah. It's a stacking unit. Yeah.
It's the stacking one, but I tried him for a video and I paired him next to a Maximilian. You can put him at 0 speed and he will end up with like 200% bar. So, and then you put him on a full rage set. He's fully stacked. Put like a 300 crit damage rage set on him. And all of the hits he does is doing about like 20k, 25k. And that is per individual hit on a death break.
Oh, shit.
So, for that reason, for Siege, I like him. But the thing is, the moment you go towards RTA, you're kind of going to be doing like crit rate on the 4, HP on the 6. You're going to be additional damage artifacting and that kind of stuff. And I think that might be not really the play for a unit like this. I think he's more of a cleaving kind of unit. But then again, speed lead would be nice.
Who was the 28 lead for Dark again? Who is that?
28 lead for Dark. There was some units.
Wulyong.
Yeah, Wulyong,
right?
true. Yeah, Wulyong has it.
Man, like I really don't like like you said, Legolas. Well, I really don't like putting it on LD5. You know what I mean?
True.
Like because it's so gate capped for most of the people. On LD5 with speed lead is
True.
But yeah, you couldn't put it on a 4-star, right?
Yeah. How about if you would get the freedom to buff or nerf any particular unit, could be your own? Who would you go for? Starting with Paffix.
Do you mean from the new collab ones or
Anything,
in general?
any unit.
So many. Let me check 1 second.
Maybe there's someone that already has the idea. J0ssu?
Fire Megumi.
You would buff or nerf it?
Nerf.
Okay, in which way?
Maybe not let him steal. That would be good. He's just strip. Maybe a little less attack bar.
Okay, would be fair for him, I guess. How about you, Raxxaz?
What would I nerf?
It could
I
also
mean,
be
also
buff.
like I agree with J0ssu for sure with the Megumi, but nerf or buff. Oh yeah, I mean that's pretty easy. The buff I would like to see the most is buff the Chimera space speed to 101 at least. I think that's what I would love to see.
Okay.
To be honest.
Paffix, you found your target?
Yes, I was just say like just delete the nerf of Veratu, put him back to how it was, and I'm super happy. Or give Julian 33 lead would also be fine for me.
Wait, you want to give Julian a 33 lead?
Yes, sir.
Wait, that doesn't even make sense. They have dungeon leads, don't they?
Okay.
I mean, they did this before,
Just
right?
change it. We work at them all.
Yeah, okay, that's... Wait, what if they give Vert the 33 lead?
No,
Oh my
no,
God.
no,
Dude, say hands off Vert. He's like almost not there right now. We're very happy we don't see this shit unit. Okay, let's not change that.
Oh, I
Let's
knew
not
I
go
was gonna
back to
get a
toxic
reaction out of
Vert.
that one. Great. Well, if you were
But
to
also,
ask
I
me...
was just looking at it because of the 28 lead you said, right?
Yeah.
So Lightball has 28 lead in guild, right?
Yep.
So the 4-star family could actually get like the 28 lead for arena, right? And technically, so I would like to see it on a 4-star LD. I think
that is possible as well. But then if you would put it on... Wait. No, actually 28
Jhin.
lead on the light Jhin would not be that bad.
Yeah.
Because
That
he's
would be
actually
cool,
usable.
no?
It's like... yeah, he has good pushbacks. He has good multi-hits.
Yeah. I think that would be cool. 28 speed lead for arena on the light Jhin. I could see that.
But would you use him though?
I think I would. I think like his kit is pretty decent. Like, and then if you have a 28 lead, I think that could be nice. And honestly,
Yeah, I can
I've
see the
used the
potential.
Legend as well, like without the speed lead already. He has really good potential. He can just
True.
lock down every unit.
Actually, he's actually somewhat similar to the Fire Legolas for locking something down.
Yeah.
Only thing is a little bit more AoE and no strips, but definitely a good one right there.
Yeah, but imagine
I mean, that
him
would
getting
give us more
28.
options.
Imagine getting him 28 speed lead before Kiara and Groa gets even 24. So, I don't know.
Well, that's the thing. Like, I don't think they're ever going to make the global leads of the collab units into any higher leads than the 21s and those kind of things. I don't think they will ever change that.
That's also the only reason 28 even exists, right? Because it's an arena lead with a shared family, right? That's the only reason, like a 4-star family within the family. That's the only reason 28 even exists and 21, right?
You know that there's one exception to that rule?
Yes, Vejat.
Yeah. For some reason, Vejat should have been 28.
Yes, for sure.
Which is something, actually, he should be, like, if we're buffing Vejat, which arguably could deserve a buff, he's not doing that well in the current meta, he should be a 28 lead, because there's no reason logically in the rest of the game for him to be a 24 lead.
Yeah, that's actually true. Like, yeah, There's no point why he has a 24. I think no other unit. It doesn't even exist, right? 24 arena only. Only Vejat has it, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. He should be the 28. That's true. Very true, actually.
Is there
But
any?
I would like it on a Jin, really. After talking about it now and looking at it, I would really like this. I think that would be
interesting.
cool.
Then a random question. Would you guys say that Nobara, the Wind Nobara, needs a nerf or is fine in current state of the game?
I think she's fine.
Yeah, it's one of those necessity evils in the game.
I mean,
Yeah.
I think, look, we have Layla and all this kind of stuff, and then it's a necessary evil, as you wanted to say, I guess, because how do you deal with all that if you don't have something like Layla, Wind Nobara or Aya? It will be very hard, I think. But I don't like the concept of the unit as well.
Yeah, that's definitely true. That's definitely true. It's definitely one of those units, and I would like them to kind of stay away from that a little bit more and to kind of go for it always. Just add more RNG to it. It's like, oh, we're nerfing a unit. Let's just remove half of his activation rate as a nerf. It's like, if your RNG is right, it's still the same. If your RNG is bad, it's like 100 times worse. And
yeah, I mean that's I've always hated that. I've always hated that when they Berkelt, very good example. It was too strong, obviously, but you don't nerf it in they nerfed so many units lately in making them more inconsistent. Especially as well, Gianna. First, they put it to 85, then they put it to 75. Come on, that's not the right nerf. Put some kind of condition, but don't just lower the activation rate and lower and lower and lower it. That's not the way how you nerf a unit. It just makes it frustrating, right? It's Berkelt 75% strip. What unusable turn 1 unit because of it now. Hello? Why?
I'm still a big fan if they would remove the speed awakening to Berkelt, so they don't make him into a swift unit anymore. But then in that sense, put the awakening into the S3 and give him 25% activation rate on all skills.
Oh, interesting. Interesting.
I think in general sense, for a lot of the weaker units, I would like to see their awakening buff the unit rather than the skills itself being buffed.
Yeah.
Because that's really a way you can target one specific unit. Because for me, the oracles, I've been the most well-known oracle spammers back in the days, I would say. The weird thing I always had is all oracles nerfed, and then we had the normal elementals being buffed. Makes kind of sense. But then the first buff came to Gianna. I'm like, why buff Gianna when that was already kind of usable when Lima was way shittier? And that's one of those things, just by the awakening, you can just hit one unit rather than having to change or think about the whole family.
As well, look at you're naming. I think Lima definitely, but also look at Praha. Why, in current state, why does that unit sleep herself still in these days? Yeah, I don't know.
What's an old meta unit you guys would really like to see come back?
Old meta unit. Really like to see come back.
Really have to think about this one.
Yeah, that's one of those, we have been playing, I think most of us have been playing since 2018 to 2020 or something. There's a lot of old metas back in the days. I do see a lot of answers here in chat as well.
I know.
Go for it.
Personally, I think, some people will not like it, but I think give back the Twin Angels the 15% S1 boost, because this meta was so diverse, you could pair them with anything, turn 2, turn 1. I think the other nerfs are totally fine for them, like the heal of the Water Twin and the S3 of the Wind Twin, because it was simply too strong. But with the boost, it makes it so you can play turn 1 as well. I like that a lot, because people played these units with all kinds of stuff. Turn 2, I don't know, mid-range, turn 1. It was really cool. I liked it that you could play almost every combo with these units because they fit everywhere, kind of. I like the diversity in those metas.
Only thing I really hated on Twin Angels, S2, 60% activation check, S3, 30% activation check is like, you could either all or nothing those, which was a little bit too much on those. But how about you, Paffix?
I think I like the old Jogong meta with the speed buff.
Ooh, that one was nasty. Like the more Jogun, Chungpong kind of style?
Yeah, exactly. Savannah and all that kind of shit. That was actually pretty nasty.
Yep, that was really a strong meta back then, yeah. But would you think it would be too OP in the current meta still?
With the old, yeah, I think so.
Yeah, I think so as well. It's one of those things.
Might be a bit too strong, yeah.
Wait,
yeah.
No. Wait, that's the big issue on Jogun right now. Jogun also gives an attack buff, like or an attack bar. Would you take away the attack bar for the speed?
Nope.
So
I
you want to
think
keep
the 10% attack bar is actually better than speed buff. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah.
Well, it kind of depends, because I would say speed buff makes you do more damage by additional damage artifacts. So therefore, your Moor does more damage, your Chungpong does more damage, everything does do more damage on that sense.
That's true, yeah.
But you know, like the biggest pain point right there, because when old Jogun was meta, there was Heigang was not in the field that I think that much.
I think he already was, but he was not as dominant. So maybe he was not buffed at that time just yet.
Yeah. But like I think in current meta, like what we are playing right now, I think obviously speed buff would be cool, sure, but I think it's very strong as well. But changing the boost again, 10% boost against speed buff, I think it would be worse right now. Like just current meta, right? At the moment.
Yeah, could be. Well, also, I think the biggest issue in Jogun was that his scroll trap was doing like... It was like 30 turns in the scroll trap. Like, you never saw that unit again, because it was based on how much speed you have versus how much speed the enemy had or something.
Yeah.
Which was just way too much for you sitting on the speed buff, I guess. So how about you, J0ssu? Any unit you would like to see make a comeback, or meta you would like to see a comeback?
I'm gonna throw in a wrench and say Genny Hathor.
Oh my god.
Holy shit.
Okay, why?
I have no idea why.
No good ground to... If you actually had a reason why, I could see it, but to be honest, for that to happen, we would have to put... Ganymede is pretty much already the same outside of his strip and cannot ventilate itself. But Ganymede ventilating itself right now, how strong would that be? I think it wouldn't matter that much, right?
I mean, if you get a full pushback and you lap them, and you get a proc after S3, you can get another reset in.
Yeah.
But that's about it, how it would be good. I think there's a lot more value ventilating something else on your field nowadays.
Yeah, that's the thing. And also his skill 1 strip would definitely be better. It would also way buff like Nyx and those kind of things. But I think that would not even be that strong, because back in the... Why was Genny Hathor that strong? Genny Hathor was not facing Fire Monkeys. Genny Hathor was not facing Misties. Genny Hathor was not facing Lucias. Put those 3 units next to or like against a Genny Hathor, and you press auto and you leave. Like, you put a Douglas there and you auto and you leave. Like, that's...
It's almost impossible, right, to bring it back, right? As of like, you have too many answers for this kind of stuff. It's impossible to even come back ever, really.
Yeah, that's actually one of those interesting ones that I would say bring back the old buffs, and it doesn't really do anything. Juno, someone's mentioning in chat as well. Juno would wreck those comms right now. It's like, oh, you sleep me, cool speed buff. I start lapping. Like,
yeah, exactly, right? Yeah.
These units are so much stronger right now, so you could actually bring it back. But then again, I'm also totally fine not playing against Genny Hathor and not playing with Genny Hathor. Those matches were way too long. But it's definitely interesting to see. Like, some people also have been asking about what if they do like a special league thing where they put everything to its most buffed state. So full-on mayhem. Like, we do see it with different games doing actually very well. It's like League of Legends, for example. They have certain game modes where everything is just crazy buffed and way overpowered and way crazy. Would that be fun for a special league in Summoners War as well?
If you do it, honestly, give everyone every unit for the special league as well.
That would be also funny.
Yeah. I think that would, honestly, it would be great. I think it would be great fun to play that, no?
Yeah.
You can test every unit, even if you don't have it. You have the most broken state of it. Like, you can, like, it would be, I think it would be fun to play. Yeah, for sure.
I think people would have so many issues with ruining everything up, because at some point, where does the issue of getting your rune depth in a problem from is just having too many units. But then everyone has every unit. That's so much rune issues right there.
Maybe they would have to limit the amount of units you can pick into your box at a time.
True. Yeah, we actually talked about that in a previous podcast for Challenge Battle, but then kind of revamping Challenge Battle that you play in, I'm not sure how it was, but you play against someone, and after you win against someone, it's like, okay, now I can pick your Gianna as well. And then you can rune up a Gianna, and you're able to play Gianna, and you keep it for that season or whatnot, I don't know. And then in that way, it's kind of like that they do in Hearthstone, where you collect your box by winning your matches, rather than it's like, okay, this is your box, good luck.
Interesting. Yeah.
Only issue is that would work for Challenge, where things are already ruined for you, because otherwise every new unit you get, as Paffix mentioned earlier, one small change is just a domino effect. It's like, oh, I changed this one speed, then I have to change this unit, and that unit available for that rune right now, then this rune, and that rune, and that rune, and like everything is changed. So that is one of those things that would be really cool. But also for Challenge Battle and Special League, it would be cool if they do something where you can select which units you want to use. So maybe everything's pre-runed already, but you make your subset of units that you actually want to use. Rather than it's like, oh, we have a box of 40, it's at random what you get or what you don't get.
I like the idea, to be honest. I mean, also, honestly, just like it's something new, right? And we've been asking for something new for Special League for so long. If it needs to be something new and fun, because it's not like really the most competitive thing out there, Special League. It's not even meant to, like, it's a pause between the serious season, basically. Just make it fun. Let people have fun, like new stuff, let people try stuff. I think that's the way to go there with this, for sure.
Yep. What's another Special League thing that might be fun in the future? Complete game mode, rules, anything that you could add. I would like to see them do Special League where your third pick is something protected on the ban. A lot of other games do that kind of thing. And I'm not sure if it's going to be OP, because then you're going to be locking in your crazy LD5 or like whatever hard counter pick in the 3. But it gives a new dynamic to drafting, which is kind of cool.
Oh, I just see someone in chat what Leo said there as well. Blind draft, dupes allowed on opposite sides. That would also be funny, I think.
Blind draft is really chaotic, but I would like the idea of dupes being allowed in general. It's like, okay, we both pick our Gianna, let's see who's faster, let's go.
Yeah.
Or Hey Gang versus Hey Gang, that kind of stupid interaction.
Why not? Like, it's a Special League, right?
Yeah.
You have a Leo versus a Leo, and one of them is like 200 speed and one is 0.
Yeah, I actually really like that idea. Like, just get the like all units in there. Like, does it better? Well, okay, let's say you cannot put duplicates of your own. It's like not 4 Leos against 4 Leos.
Yeah, well, yeah, that would be
like only one per side.
Oh, imagine the Josephine chain you can do. Holy shit.
Yep.
Oh no, please. Oh no. Okay, I'm gonna change my unit that needs a nerf to Josephine, by the way.
I do actually agree on the Josephine nerf. I would totally be fine if that unit is not like as stupid as it is right now. 100%.
I have an idea for a Josephine nerf. You should make the passive like Vanessa, where the first time it procs, it has the same cooldown, but after that, it adds 1 turn every time. So it can't like proc into the passive over and over and over.
Would
that is a good thing.
Yeah, I would really like that. But I think it will make her super weak in long fights.
Yeah.
I do see some people ask for that as well. How about Leona and Josephine swap the passives?
No.
Well, that's the thing. Like, you're trading a 100% stun chance for critting on your S1. Or not the passives, I mean the S1, sorry. Not the passive, but the Awakening for the S1. So the Awakening for the S1 is stun chance, 100% activation rate on Leona. And we have a guaranteed crit sitting on the Josephine. I think Leona deserves the 100 crit rate on the S1. But Josephine, if she would get a 100 rate on her stun, would she be worse or not?
She would definitely do
honestly,
way
that's
less
a hard
damage.
question. I think it's a hard question, actually.
I think we might even be buffing Josephine with giving her 100% on the S1.
I mean, she won't do, like, okay, even if you build the crit damage Josie on good stats, right? There's no defense break, she still doesn't do that much damage. And you would just go full HP with max Ag on Josie then, right?
Yep.
And I think that would be even more toxic because insanely big shield, and then she stuns you all the time, really all the time. True. I think that would be even stronger, personally.
Yeah, that would even be, like, I think in most cases people just go speed HP these days with high accuracy. They don't really care too much about crit damage.
Yeah, probably.
And it's also the counter Sonya, so you can't one-shot it.
Yep. Yeah, remove Josephine from game. Totally fine. 100% agree.
I mean, I wouldn't mind that.
You could also just delete the always crit on the S1 from Josephine.
Yeah, just remove that altogether. I would be fine with that, to be honest.
Yeah.
Well, Josephine is sitting at like 51 to 52-ish win rate, so it's kind of on their radar probably to be sitting on a nerf.
I don't know, but like it's also this unit is such a hit or miss because like I really don't like to play it. If I don't have to, I will not, because strip miss, you provoke and you don't proc, or like, you know, your passive gets popped, you don't proc. She's not really good, but if she procs every turn and has the passive up again all the time, and if she lands every stun, she's the most oppressive unit, in one of the most oppressive units in the game, even worse than Megumi, I think. She stuns your entire team by herself.
Yep.
So,
and then she's also the perfect counter into the Megumi. So you have 2 toxic units on each side of the field.
Yeah, right.
Oh, it's just one of those things. Like, well, it's still not as bad as the old first pick Manon, second pick Molly meta. That was like the worst out there. It's like, oh, I tried to hit a random target, I get stunned. Like, for what reason?
I think that's my the worst meta of all time, in my opinion. Yeah, I think it couldn't get worse than that. Like, that's the most shitty it's ever been for me.
Yeah, I do agree. Any hot takes on the unit that has never been meta that you feel like should get a specific buff to be meta? It's kind of hard to say because
right now, recent LD5, the Dark Nina.
Dark Nina.
Oh, yes.
How would you buff Dark Nina?
I don't know, but I want her buffed. Give her something.
Well, that's the thing. Like, some of those units, I can kind of make an idea of, like, oh, it could be buffed by this or that. Light or the Dark Nina, I have no clue how you buff the Dark Nina.
Maybe make the mark do more than just it does. Like, it takes more damage. Make it do something else as well.
Yeah,
but also that you can't choose is really bad, right?
Yeah, that is also true.
Wait, so does the mark apply at the start of the match, or does it apply when she takes a turn?
At the start of the match.
Start of the match. Well, then you could make it very strong if you would put that Oblivion, as you said.
Or defense break. Nah, that would be way too OP.
Yeah, it's like if you put, or you just have their speed or something crazy like that. Like, then, okay, then we're talking, then she's good.
And I heard also, like, I haven't actually tested it in RTA because, you know, it's hard to pick her. But I heard that if you put a mark on a unit and then you Molong it, the Molong doesn't do the extra damage.
Really?
Wow, that's really
what
bad.
I heard. Yeah. So you can't like one-shot a unit with Molong when it's got a mark.
Why not?
But it should work like that, but apparently it doesn't. So
yeah, well, that mark is like a specific thing on itself, then I guess. But that's kind of weird because I would say, well, Molong works with branding, and Molong even works with damage on X element.
Yeah, it should definitely work, right? It's bugged then, no? That it doesn't work.
Yeah, never tried that as well, but that kind of sucks, yeah.
But say you're the dungeon boss. What would you say if the mark does apply on bosses? Can't you do like really fast teams?
It will become like an Uldong for like mid and final boss. Maybe even better. I think like in general, if I were to buffer, I would make her a dungeon unit and just say it's like, okay, you want to not have her move and then just do as much damage with the other units and just nuke it down. I think that would be good, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I would be fine if that's a PV unit.
Yeah, I mean, at least something, because right now she's straight up unusable, right? In any kind of way.
Yeah. And there's actually, that's also the big issue with every new collab. Oops, clicking wrong buttons. With every collab that's added to the game, we get like a whole pile of new shit units. It's just every time any new unit is released, we get half of them is like, I don't want to pull this one.
Yeah, at least this time it's not the case, huh?
Well, if we're talking about the L&Ds on the current one, what do you guys think about the Gandalf Light and Dark?
The light one seems useless because from what I can tell, if you stun it, it does nothing. Like the thing that procs.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
That's so bad. Okay, well, so that's a buff right there.
It's stunned. Like if he's stunned, or if it's like if he uses the skill or he's stunned, like nothing happens. He just dies.
Oh wow. That's
and like, I think Dark is also really bad, right? I think
Dark, I would have to check the exact numbers, but he has a lower damage multiplier than Hunwol.
Oh, nice.
Okay. So that already says enough, right? Like, it wasn't shown right away there was multi-hitting, but I think legit this multiplier of Hunwol was like 550. The multiplier of this thing is like 240 times 2. So it's 480. It is Hunwol pre like 8% buffs or something weird. Like, what? He's doing no damage.
They were probably scared to make it a nuke unit first. Maybe that's gonna get a touch up on the balance patch, like up his damage.
Yeah, most likely. But it's one of those units. Like, I think their favorite AoE offense unit is Grogan, because every other unit is just that they create on Arena offense is just ass, and then we give Grogan another buff he doesn't need. Like, what the hell? I was using Grogan 6 buffs ago. That is how fine Grogan was. Buff Grogan again. I'm good.
Next up, he's gonna get a self-attack buff or something.
No, they're gonna give back the Grogan like the 100% crit on light or something weird again.
Honestly, I think Grogan is the undisputed best arena off unit by right? It's so strong now.
I would say it's stronger than Talisman in current state of the game if you have good runes. Without good runes, Talisman is a bit better.
Yeah.
By the way,
also I was checking monsters, right? And I really I saw a monster like that needs a nerf the most out of all. What do you think it is, guys? Everyone take a guess.
If you say Light Gojo, you're kicked from the call. You're gonna know
No,
right?
It's not Light Gojo.
Okay, then you're fine. Wait,
it's some obscure unit that has low pick rate, right?
No. It's picked very often.
Another Gianna nerf. I would be fine if they nerf Gianna to the ground, to be honest.
Not Gianna. No,
Nyx.
Not Nyx.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, Nyx is definitely a high-hated unit. I'm expecting Nyx buff. Or Nyx nerf, sorry.
Buff?
Yeah, buff him even more. Let's go.
but how do you nerf Nyx without breaking it? It's also hard, right?
It is. Like, I think they will probably go for the weird thing by just lowering his chance to get the activation in, so he's more RNG and it's more toxic if it does actually happen. I think they're gonna do something stupid like that.
But also, like in sets, look in chat, say you see like someone clearly said what I wanted to say, and you can see
Motera, yeah.
No.
What?
Don't say Velasca.
Don't say Velasca.
I think so. I've been watching this, and I've been watching a couple of like when people play on Discord and watching Wings, right? And then I really dislike when the game design goes into a way like this, where you can like these people, you know them. G1, G2, they are always there. And then you see they were like P3, C3 the season before. And then they pull a Velasca. They first pick Velasca, pick 2 NEM units, pick Leo or Haging, +1 or even both. And they are G2 with 2 NEM units and a Velasca. I'm sorry, but this unit is way too strong. You don't need to, you don't even need to play the game. You just lock in that with 2 NEM units, Liu Haging. You're good. You will be in ending G2 with no runes, no knowledge. You don't even need to know what you do. You just need to proc a couple times, and it's over. It's crazy.
Yep.
I don't like this.
If someone would ask me what's the strongest LD by just that LD and normal units, 100% Valeska. Because a lot of the other LDs, a Gojo, a Laura, Gianna, you name it, they want more LDs to be paired with it. Valeska doesn't need anything. It's the most free-to-play friendly outside of Valeska unit. So, yeah, I would agree with the nerf on that, but I think it would make a lot of people very sad as well, because that's the only thing they can play.
Yeah, I mean, of course, obviously, right? But I don't think, like, also it should be like somewhat fair, right? And this is not fair. If you don't need to think, and it's so, like, honestly, it's really hard to play against if you don't have certain stuff and you don't know exactly what you're doing. And it's so strong. I think it's not fair at all. If one unit makes you needing no runes and not needing to know how to play, I think I really dislike it when something is like this.
I do agree. I also want to see how good is Valeska win rate in lower ranks, because I think in high ranks it's decent, but I think in low ranks she's crazy high up.
Yeah, probably. I would expect it to be high.
Yeah, it's like 54% win rate on like the lower ranks. That's very high. It's just in G3 it falls to like 50, but Guardian it's still 52.
Yeah, and like what's the pick rate on it when you're checking right now?
Pick rate in Punisher, she's wait, where's the pick rate? 6%. In not that high. In Conqueror, in Guardian it's 11, and in Guardian 3 it's 12. So it definitely goes up by higher rank. But it's also like if a unit is good, people just climb and then they end up in higher ranks with that unit. Yeah.
Yeah, like you said, like 11% in Guardian, right?
Yeah.
And then 52% win rate.
Yep.
And when that's also like when people really brain deadly first pick her and pick the comp, they don't even think. They just pick the same units all the time and they get G2. I think that is insane to me.
Yep. Yeah, she's actually pretty much top of the line. Yeah, in normal Guardian, she is, I would say, arguably number 2 best unit in game. Nyx is number 1 actually for that metric
really?
right there.
Wow. Okay.
Yeah, Nyx is a little bit higher on the win rate and 13% pick rate rather than 12.
So nerf Nyx?
Yeah, but yeah, we came to that one before. Like, how would you actually properly nerf Nyx without gutting him? Because Nyx has been really bad for such a long time.
I think the only thing you can do is like lower the attack bar boost to 5%.
Yeah, I
Start
think
with
so.
that. If it's still too good, then just remove it, and then if you remove it completely, just do the S2 100% activation rate.
Well, that's the thing. Like, I was talking about this before with some people. I would rather have, personally, the S2 to be 100% and have no attack bar gain on the S3.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But for me, that would be a buff in my playstyle. But anyone that plays turn 2, it will be a nerf. So that's kind of the question. What are you nerfing or buffing?
I think I would start off with what Paffix said. Passive from 10 to 5%. I think that's the only thing you could do.
That would make sense.
And
but
I think that's
I'm pretty sure they're gonna nerf that 30% of the activation to like 20, because that's count was like, we just nerf activation rates, more RNG, let's go.
But even if they do that, I don't think that changes anything. I think the unit will be exactly the same if they do that. Pretty sure.
It is noticeable from time to time, like if you get those passive procs a lot or not. Especially if you miss like a random death break or anything like that.
Yeah, but then if you get it 20%, then all the players just get more annoyed of the unit and are complaining even more. So
yep, that's definitely
bad
very
idea.
true. Yeah, I'm curious to see what's going to be done for the next balance patch. Actually, talking about units that I mentioned earlier, who do you guys think is the highest win rate unit in G3 that is more than 10% pick rate?
More than 10%?
Yeah, and it's a non-LD unit.
Could it be Megumi?
No, Megumi is actually below 50. It's actually
Megumi is down bad.
It's a unit you're not gonna expect at all.
10%, but 10%
Wind
pick rate is
Monkey?
a lot.
No, it's more
Fireball.
more than 10%, and it's sitting at 52% win rate. Yeah, someone called it in chat. It's Wusa. Wusa's
Wow.
52% win rate and 11.5% pick rate.
Well, that's. I mean, but Wusa doesn't need a nerf for sure. Like
No,
100%.
definitely does not need a nerf, but it does show that metas really can change even if there's no balance patch happening, because it's just because of Venton. Venton is that great, people start spamming Wusa. And also the Paul
think it's
really helps
also-
with that.
I think the Wind Monkey made it also
Yep.
happen, right? The Wind Monkey buff with the speed lead.
Yep.
Mhm.
So yeah, it's always
Yeah.
interesting to see those numbers go up and down based on just like other units being buffed and therefore something else comes back again.
It's also like, honestly, I don't even mind this, like this monkey firepower Wusa stuff. I really don't mind this because people like usually when there's like a comp where they pick all the 4 or 5 units together, because this often changes up, right? Then it's Wind Monkey Wusa, and then there's 3 different units. People like make a lot of different combinations out of it, and not only always like the 4 or 5 same units. So honestly, I don't mind that at all. It's nice to see that, I think.
Yeah,
I
it's
like
nice to see a little bit of a change coming in, and it's also nice to see that is pretty strong. Thing is, it's definitely that's also definitely a unit we see in the comeback right now, Ragdoll. Like, I've been called crazy for putting Ragdoll in my SWC scrolls. I'm like, the moment we go to slightly AoE critting again, Ragdoll's meta. Like, Ragdoll needs this much of a meta change, Ragdoll's meta.
Yeah, true.
And yeah, it's funny to see that we rotate the meta with that, but I still definitely do hope for this balance patch to be good. I would say,
Of course.
if we're talking about the balance patch, is one of those things. Last balance patch was very little on Siege. I'm not sure to what extent J0ssu and Paffix are Siege players these days.
I'm a retired G1 farming.
Fair, Paffix?
I am AFK in E EU.
That's
Yeah.
retired AFKing in EU. That's in the number 1 or number 2 guild, whatever you want to call it. Interesting one right there. But what is a Siege change that you would like to see for like buffs or nerfs? Maybe Raxxaz can talk more about that, because I definitely know you're invested in Siege as well.
For buffs, honestly, it's really hard to say, but like nerf. I mean, honestly, if you're looking at Siege, I wouldn't even touch Ventan, leave him as it is, because we don't have enough options. We need buffs for Siege defense, so we can craft and build interesting stuff that can actually even win. You know, it's so hard to find stuff that wins.
Yep.
We need buffs for Siege units, so we can test more, craft more, build better comms. Like, you know, honestly, the start would be, let's revert Liu Mei nerf, let's revert Kakano nerf, just bring this stuff back, you know, make it better. So defense is not like, you know, 4% win rate all the time only.
Fair. Well, it's one of those things that Paffix, you can go ahead first.
Or you just nerf the Adriana thing. It's still used so much, right?
Yep.
Yeah. So the problem, I think, I agree. I don't disagree with this, but I think they would like, you know, like there would be such a shitstorm if they do that, because people kept so many dupes, skilled them up. I don't think it would be smart from their point, like doing this. Like, they will get the biggest shitstorm ever if that happens. So no, they won't do it.
How about a slight nerf? So currently it's 2 turns on attack buff, speed buff, and immunity. How about you make all of that just a 1 turn? So if you kill in your first rotation, you're still good to go. But in your second rotation, you're out of the things already. Or at least after you did your skills, you're already out of it. So if you did not kill things, you're probably more prone to dying.
Yeah, for sure. But
it is still good, but it's gonna make people lose a lot more, for sure.
Honestly, like, I would like the nerf in some kind of way, sure, but I can't speak. Highly doubt that they would ever do that, because they are not gonna risk like getting shitstormed. And they would, even if they do that, I think they would get shitstormed for sure.
Yeah, probably. Yeah, it's gonna be interesting to see what we have for balance patch. So I do expect balance patch in about a week to a week and a half. is my expectation. Not really sure.
It's like around 10th, right?
Yeah, I would say around 10th. Like at least whenever the patch is, but the patch like 2 weeks from now or like a week and a half from now. But also with Siege, we did have the dev talk with them before last year. And the thing is, we would like certain changes for high-end Siege, but I'm not sure in like G1 Siege, like how much is the win rate of defense in G1 Siege? It's like 20%, 50%? I have no clue. Maybe J0ssu, you know that?
A lot of good defenses have like a 50% win rate on defense.
Yeah.
Just
wow.
Yeah, because the rune gap is huge.
Yeah, that's also the thing. Like rune gaps is huge. That's true because in the end, like maybe you're in the guild with Pinkroyd and Rose was in there and Obabo in there. If you guys put some defenses up, yeah, people are not gonna win there. They're just like insanely rune gapped. So
yeah, true.
That's also one of those things. Like we would like certain buffs for defenses in Siege, but for the lower end, they would get like towards like 20% win rate at that point.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's...
yeah. I mean, I forgot what the idea was there, but like we also said something. What was it though? Like when you enter G3 in Siege, there's like I don't know how it was, but like you put some different rules for like G3 Siege and stuff.
I would say,
I think that makes sense.
Yep, I would say G3 Siege, all 3 units should be programmable in which order they use their skills. And not just for the first turn, but for every turn.
Yeah, that's for example. For sure. That's a really good change.
Yeah, that's because right now, I keep remembering this, the stupidest thing I've ever seen in Siege was a Kinky fighting a Destiny, and Destiny went 6 times in a row for skill 1 into a Kinky. Skill 2 would have killed it. Skill 3 would have annihilated the Kinky. No, skill 1 get counted. Skill 1 get counted. Skill 1 get counted. Wins. I'm like, that doesn't even make sense.
Yeah.
Yeah,
but like, you know, like that's what I meant, right? Like you enter G3, like you're a G3 guild, and then you can put all that, like, because there's guilds that are consistently in G3.
Yep.
You know, like let's say you need to stay like 3 weeks in G3 and then this applies to you and stuff, right?
Yep.
So I don't know, or like a week, I don't know, but because it's too hard to make good defenses, it's impossible. There's too many good options, too few defense options, and yeah, even if you have strong units, like there's always a perfect counter that is almost always 100% to win, and that's not healthy. I think it's also not fun. I think.
Yep. Except for the lower ranks, they go in with a 100% team and they lose 50% of the time because they just get out runes by J0ssu.
Yeah, well, yeah. That's why for only G3, like G3 only, obviously. Then
yeah, I would like to see some changes for that. So maybe last time around was more RTA focused. This time around, maybe a little bit more Siege focused on the balance patch. Then again, I don't know. No one knows. I think it's also about time. We had a good 80 minutes on the podcast. Any final words that you guys would like to share, starting off with Paffix?
No, thank you. Thank you for the invite, but no, was fine. Thank you.
Nice. J0ssu?
Oh, my head is empty. I said all I wanted to say.
Very fair. Raxxaz?
Final say is rework Velasca, give us new speed leads, and buff more base speeds.
Okay, very well said. I want to add the final thing with it. Please make events that actually let us play the game rather than an event that's just log in dailies, log off kind of style.
Oh, yes. Yes, please.
Yeah. That's about it. Well, guys, I want to thank you for being on Beyond the Arena podcast. I want to thank all of the viewers watching as well. I will be continuing on the stream, but I will be ending this segment. So, guys, thanks for watching.
See ya.
Bye.
Well, I'm going to end the call as well. See you guys.
See you. Bye-bye.
See you.
Back to this one and call. Good podcast, good podcast. So for the side of YouTube, gonna be ending the stream as well. If you want to continue, I'm still streaming on the side of Twitch. I'm gonna be doing TOC, so if you want to watch that, find me on Twitch.